All right, guys, we are talking the 2025 Strongest Man on Earth that goes down at the Shaw Classic, August 16th and 17th. The 15th, we will have the Expo, the Open, a lot of other great things going down with the weekend. So if you're coming, make sure to plan to be there Friday as well. But Strongest Man on Earth kicks off on Saturday, is when it all starts, man. And we've got Evan Singleton today. We're going to be talking about the contest, about the events, about how you're feeling, man. How are you doing, brother?
Uh, First of all, thank you for having me. I am feeling great.
Good.
I'm in a really good spot right now, emotionally, mentally, but above all else, physically. And I know there was a little bit of a question mark on me as far as the whole bicep thing with World's Strongest Man, but I'm feeling much better. I'm already back to training. I'm already hitting competition weights, and I'm feeling really good, strong. Confidence is building every day.
Love it, man. So what happened with the bicep? Like just to update people.
Yeah. So at World's Strongest Man, the first event was a loading race with three or four, I think it was four sandbags. And the second that I lifted the first sandbag off the ground, my proximal bicep tendon completely tore off the bone. And obviously that was painful. That was fun. I loaded it into the truck. I thought I was going to be able to tough it out. I tried to get the second bag, but the time that I tried to pick up the second bag, that's when it was really like, okay, dude, you need to stop. It's getting bad. So
Sure.
I loaded the second bag and I just called it. Felt the Velcro pull, the pop, all of that good stuff. So it was definitely gone. Got an MRI and an X-ray done, and that pretty much confirmed that it was completely off the bone. Obviously, mentally, kind of messed me up a little bit
Yeah,
because,
of course, man.
well, this isn't my first rodeo with injuries, and I know the process of getting back to it and just trying to stay positive and all of that. This one hit differently because with the lineup, with the events that were in the competition, just the way that everything was structured, I genuinely really did think that I was going to win this year. I thought that this
And
year
you
was
go
going to
with
be
it.
the
Yeah,
year
man.
to get it.
Mentally you should go in there, feeling that way. And especially when you feel that way to get injured, mentally it throws a different curveball without a doubt, right? So,
Yeah.
it's nice that obviously when I messaged you, like I was concerned about what was going on, and it's nice to hear that you're kind of past that. And most people don't
Mhm.
realize that like proximal tendon, typically you don't get that fixed. it could
Yep.
cause it could cause more problems getting that fixed than it's really worth. And you only maybe lose like 10% of the bicep strength. Like it's really not that much. I mean, there's been several guys that have had that I've known that have come back and been just fine. So it's nice.
Yep.
Is it bothering you at all right now?
Not really.
That's
That's the cool
wild.
thing about it. I mean, I'm already back to doing full training. I'm doing full events. Like, I'm not having any pain or anything. What it feels like for me essentially is imagine taking like 2 to 3 weeks off of training and then jumping back into like a bodybuilding workout, isolating muscles. That soreness that you get from just not using it for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
That's what it feels like, but it's not, as far as pain, there's none.
that's awesome, man. So mentally, you're not too worried about it.
No, mentally, I've already moved on from it. I'm already over it.
Love it.
Like I did it on the fucking sandbags. I've already been doing like sandbag rows and laps and extensions and stuff. I'm already back to it.
Well, I mean, it's great that mentally, because a lot of times with an injury, mentally it can be more of a challenge than physically, right? Like, I mean, you're
Oh yeah.
and if you're not thinking about it, I mean, that's an awesome thing. Awesome,
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
So how is the prep going? I mean, how do you feel about, the challenge? Because obviously we got 8 events, two
Yeah.
days. It's heavy, it's hard, it's real. Like you're going to get tested for sure, right? But at the end of the day, man, I know if you're firing on all cylinders, you're going to come in and feel pretty good about it. But you
Oh
tell
yeah.
me, I want to hear in your words, where are you at, man? Like how's the body feeling with these events? What are you looking forward to? Any of that stuff?
So I said this last year in an interview leading up to the competition. I think when I made it out to Loveland, and I'll just reiterate it for anybody who didn't hear that. This is the competition where if you win the strongest man on earth, it's very hard, damn near impossible to argue that you're not the strongest man on earth. I mean, this competition has that reputation. It's the biggest, it's the heaviest, and it's the hardest. And with the events that you so graciously bestow upon us, I think it's pretty safe to say that you've earned that title for your competition as the hardest one of the year. Um, Body is feeling really good. Training is going really good. I can feel myself consistently getting stronger, which, as you know, like at this level, it's kind of hard to do that and make the progression. It's like I'm already here. How do I take myself up a little bit more?
Yep.
But I'm doing it. I'm managing it. I'm feeling really good about it. I'm interested to see the trap bar deadlift and the numbers that we get up to on that because typically, like in professional shows, you don't really see a max trap bar. So it's going to be interesting for sure.
Do you have
I'm,
any type of number on that? Like, I mean, do you have any thought of where you want to go or where it might go?
I think it could definitely get in damn close to like 14, 13, 1400.
Wow. Yeah, that's
I really do. I mean, the level of guys that we have competing at this show, not to mention it's the first event. Oh no, sorry, it's the first event of day two.
yeah,
So we're gonna have that night of recovering, of eating, of resting, and all of that, so we can come into it. And it's the first event on day two. So if all of us who are feeling pretty good after day one, we're gonna be able to push some serious numbers.
yeah, man. I think like an event like that, we talked about it years ago as a frame, and then it was kind of circulating around like what could be lifted on a frame, and then we would go either with straps or without straps. Obviously, the grip being the limiting factor on it, but I mean, there was some talk of some pretty big numbers, and it just never happened. It never came around where it was like, oh, we're going to put this in, So I think doing it, and when you guys see the bar, it looks ridiculous. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
gonna be cool, man. Yeah, and I think just the visual effect of being out there, and you know what the crowd is like for that type of thing. So I
Oh
think
yeah.
it's gonna be very interesting to see. And obviously, it's a different type of deadlift, which
Yep.
is gonna bring the leg strength into the equation a lot more as
Yep.
well. So it'll be fascinating, man. But I think as much as like everybody's been accustomed to a normal deadlift, this is that curveball where it could, in a lot of ways, make the guy stronger just because you're using that leg drive, right, to get off the ground.
Right.
We'll see, we'll see. But I think I mean, if somebody pulls 1400, that would be something for sure, for sure. But we'll see where it goes, man. I'm assuming you're just kind of leaving it open ended in your mind, like where it might go.
Yeah, yeah. As far as the entire group is concerned, I'm leaving it super open to pretty much everybody and what they're capable of doing. I've seen some really good numbers being pulled already. So you know how strongman is. You expect literally everything because anything can happen.
Yeah,
Uh, Me personally, I'd be happy with a number between 1050 and 1150. I
love
think
it,
that would be good points, and I think that would be a good pull.
love it, man, love it, love it. Well, I'm assuming you are probably looking forward to like the frame carry into arm over arm.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably an event that would be right up your alley. And
100%.
yeah, that one. I mean, do you feel like I would assume you think that that's an event that you need to come in and win, probably, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely aiming for number one in that event. That's historically been a good event for me. It's an event that I enjoy doing. I think the crowd really gets into it, especially once the elevator starts getting closer and closer to the top. You can really feel the electricity, and that's what I thrive off of as a competitor. So I think that's going to be an event that I'm really going to push for the win, definitely.
Love it, man. Love it. How about the presses? So we got a max log, and then we've got the standing chest press coming back. How do you feel about those?
Max Log, I think, is a classic event. I like seeing Max Log in a competition, even though like I'm probably not going to be pushing for first on that one. I can still retain a decent amount of points because I'm confident in my log pressing abilities, and they're just getting better and better as time goes on. I like seeing log, and I was a big fan of the chest press. I enjoyed that event, so I'm happy to see that make a return. I thought aesthetically it looked really cool. I thought it was very well refed and managed, and I just enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool event.
Love it, man. I mean, I feel like with that one, because you typically will throw in some bench press, right, with training.
Yeah,
keep it in the mix. And it's weird because some guys don't do it at all.
Yep.
They just keep it completely out, and some use it as either a kind of a primary movement or a secondary accessory type of thing. So it'll be interesting. I mean, did you feel like with that chest press, it was more geared toward more anterior delt and tricep strength? Or did you
I
roll?
would say so. Coming down to the last few reps that everybody was getting, from my personal experience, that's where I felt most of the strain as the reps continued on, because you can just manhandle the first like 4 or 5 reps like it's nothing, but then once it starts getting more and more difficult, that's when you really start to feel that burn.
Love it, man. Well, I'm looking forward to you finishing the whole rack of those kegs.
I was one off. I
I
was
know.
one off.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, that's what it's open. It's open for you, man. I mean, that would be obviously, let's just say from the first year, if you finish all the whole rack, I mean, that's going to be good points.
hell
And
yeah!
for
You
sure.
you were the only one. Were you the only one that finished the whole rack?
Thomas Evans.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he got I did 2 reps with the last weight, and then he finished it. He got all of them. So, but again, if that stays to be true, I mean, you would assume that's a top 3. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 other guys that can do that. But I mean, obviously,
Right.
time will tell. And who knows? Maybe you guys will come in and everybody's repping that last barrel this year or something. But
That would be wild.
yeah, it would be wild, man. So how about the rest of the events? Is there anything you're concerned about that you're like, oh, I'm not sure? Like, how do you feel about the max weight keg toss? Like things like that.
I think it's interesting to go to a heavier weight instead of a higher height. We don't really see that too much in strongman. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm not terribly bothered by that. Throwing, even though it's not one of my favorite events, it's always something that I can hold my own on for the most part. So I have pretty good confidence in that. I would say I would definitely say that I was super concerned about the tire flip. I'm on team get rid of tire flip altogether. So, I hate that event. I never want to see that event in a competition. So originally, when it was released, I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Have you
And
ever have
then,
you ever done tire flipping training?
have I? Yes.
Yeah, you have. So
Yeah.
you train with it,
Yeah.
but you don't
I just don't like it.
you just don't like it. Is there a
I just
reason?
don't like it.
Is there a
I
reason?
just don't like it.
Is it because it's hard? Is that
No, no. I have never wanted to stray away from something that's difficult, but I'm not the biggest fan of the strain that it puts on my biceps when I'm doing it. That's my biggest thing with it, especially obviously with that whole
it?
thing going on. I
Yeah,
was doubling down on it, but
no, yeah. The a lot of times, and I've seen this in contests where they'll put a tire in and it's super thin, so it's not very thick, right?
mhm.
And that is where you get in trouble. Is
Yeah.
I think if you can't get your chest, especially as a bigger guy, if you can't get your chest
Uh,
into the tire, that's where it's a problem because you are then having to way more engage the biceps to do that type of tire flip. So the
right.
worst thing you could ever do is do a tire flip that's thin and very
Yeah.
heavy. That's it's not a good combination. But if you have it thicker and you can drive your chest into it, and the grip is so important. But again, we don't have to worry about it because there's
Yep.
a different event. And I sent that over, like, so the front carry going into the power stairs. How do you feel about that?
Power stairs, I'm a big fan of. We can definitely keep doing power stairs every year. I love that
Okay.
event.
Yeah.
The front carry is going to be interesting based on 2 things. The obvious being the dimensions of it and what it looks like, and then the weight. It really depends on what you decide, what the final product comes out to, because some guys are they just have the leverages and they know how to manipulate their body to move fast while they're carrying something. And some guys are more of a when they do front carries, they're more of slow paced, controlled breathing, all of that. And that's really going to shake things up because whoever gets to the power stairs first is going to have a clear advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's, getting that, I guess we're going to call it kind of an iron cross front carry, right? It's just out of oil rig parts. So it'll be pretty gnarly looking.
Yeah.
But getting it up and being able again, like you said, move with it. It's still, I think, going to come down to strength with the power stairs.
Yeah.
So there'll be big weights for sure, but it's one of those things where now everybody is strong, right? So it's like you have to be strong. You have to be, I guess, like, how much is speed going to play? I think finishing is still going to be good, but
Oh
it's
yeah.
like if you're, I mean, at that point, hopefully you're in the position where it's like you're contending, right? So now
Yeah.
it puts even more pressure on how am I going to perform? Every second matters. So then you
Mhm.
put that pressure, especially on that last event head to head, man, it's going to be a lot. It'll be a lot, but the energy will be great.
I was always a fan of doing head-to-head stuff. I like being able to like be literally be doing the event next to somebody, just be able to work my own pace. And if I need to push it, I see that they're coming up on me, I can push it harder. I
Sure.
can like just go at my own pace if I'm really far ahead. I always liked that. Plus, I'm competitive, so if I have somebody that I can actually see that I'm going against, it makes me drive harder.
Push harder. I love it, man. Love it, love it. So overall, man, overall, what are your thoughts going in? What are your expectations for yourself? Like what is in your mind going into this contest?
I really like the trophies that you have that you give out at Strongest Men on Earth, so I'd really like one of those. They're
There's,
very cool.
yeah, this that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are very cool, and I want to take them home.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, like that. I'm excited to see what they come. We do a slight tweak to them each year, but I've been
Mhm.
told that they're coming along very nicely. And typically the blacksmith that does all of that work and the iron workers, everybody that's working on it, they really like to keep me in dark about it. So it's like the globe is going to be the prominent thing, right? So that's always going to be the kind of front and center. It's just how is it presented? So
Right.
I messed up my camera, of course, right? See if that thing levels out. Moving the computer around, right? Let's see if there we go. Maybe kind of. Yeah, it's still not good.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, better. Okay. So overall expectations, man. Obviously, you're talking podium then.
Absolutely, yeah. I know what I'm capable of. I know if everything's firing on the right day. I've got no nagging injuries. I believe in my athleticism, my speed, and my strength. I know that I can hit podium. I
Love it.
know that I can.
Love it, love it. Well, keep that mentality, man. I'm glad that training is going good. And I mean the build up, it's gonna be right around the corner, obviously. At this point, you're kind of in the meat and potatoes of all of it. And it's gonna be exciting, man. I really am curious to see how it all plays out with everybody and what they can do. And there's a couple, different events for sure. That we haven't really seen as much for some of the guys. So I think having that in the contest will be very very interesting.
Things up. So some guys are going to have strengths. Some of them will have weaknesses, and there's going to be a wrench thrown in there every once in a while too. That's what keeps strongman interesting.
It does, man. I mean, some of it is you have to figure it out and have that strategy, right? Like
Yep.
it's gonna be fun to see, man. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are looking forward to seeing your performance, man. You putting on a show with the contest and being a part of it. So keep your head in the right spot, man. Like going in and because we all know with you, if your head's in the right spot and the confidence is high, you will come in and do some damage for sure.
That's what I plan on doing.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, if you guys do not have your tickets yet, make sure you click on the link below the video. Shaw Classic weekend, again, August 15th to 17th. Strongest man on earth will be going down. We've got, again, powerlifting, we've got arm wrestling, we got a grip contest, we got an expo, a lot of great things to do throughout the weekend. So if you're not planning on being there, I don't know what you're doing, but get your tickets, be there. We'll have a live stream if you cannot make it in person for sure. So you can support the contest and support the athletes and what we're trying to make happen. So, Evan, wish you all the best with your training, man. I appreciate you taking the time, and
Absolutely.
we will see you in August in Colorado, man.
Sounds great. Can't wait.